PCI Midwest is focusing on answering your questions by going straight to the experts. Have you ever noticed the wax coating on thin brick and wondered why it's there? The answer to that question is presented by Endicott Thin Brick. Thin brick is coated with wax after it's been manufactured to reduce the likelihood that concrete will adhere to its face during the precasting process. If the wax is that important, it must also be essential to make sure the wax coating remains on the thin brick face until after the precasting process has been completed. So how do we protect the wax coating until the thin brick has been placed in the bed? Consideration of how the thin brick is stored is vital to maintaining the wax coating. There are two primary tips to consider when storing your thin brick. First, in order to prevent the wax from melting or breaking down, it's vital to protect it from extreme heat and direct sunlight. We've all seen what happens to a wax candle sitting outside in the bright sun. Second, to prevent flaking and other failures, it's critical to protect waxed thin brick from extreme cold and freezing temperatures. Wax shrinks when it freezes, causing it to flake and peel. The best way to prevent wax from melting or flaking is to store it indoors where temperature can be regulated. After the precasting process is complete, you're going to want to remove the wax to reveal the actual face of the thin brick, right? So how do you remove the wax without harming the thin brick or the concrete? By completely removing the wax after the thin brick is installed in the precast panel, the natural surface and beauty of the thin brick are exposed. So we want to ensure that the natural surface isn't damaged in any way during the wax removal process. A pressure washer is used to remove the wax. Sounds simple enough, right? Wrong. You need to be very concerned about the temperature of the water. The temperature must be 180 degrees at the nozzle. This is one instance where hotter is better. At what PSI should the pressure washer be set? There are no specific recommendations for gallons per minute, and it will depend on the pressure washer you're using. The water pressure should be strong enough to remove the wax without damaging the mortar joints or the face of the thin brick. It's always better to increase the water temperature, not the pressure. If you follow these guidelines for properly storing your thin brick and removing the wax, the face of your thin brick will be protected and its natural beauty will show through. For more information about waxed thin brick, visit www.endicott.com or use the QR code to download additional tips and guidelines. For additional Q&A videos on all things precast concrete, please reach out to PCI Midwest.